All right, so welcome back to my channel, our podcast, Flipping Miami. If you're in Miami currently, if you're real estate investing, if you're a wholesaler in South Florida, this man needs no introduction. He's got the hottest WhatsApp group chat with off-market deals. His REI events are basically the best in the business right now, honestly. And I refer them to anybody looking to get into the game, or if you're in the game, you're looking to network with some people. Luigi has done an excellent job marketing himself, marketing the brand, feeding people off-market deals. He now has, I think he just closed on his 6th or 7th rental property. He's got 20 plus deals on the board to sell right now. He's absolutely killing the game. So I'm really excited to pull back the curtain on Luigi's business, what he's doing, his come up story. And I promise I'm going to try to get some tips on how to get more deals for you, right? If you're in the business to get some more deals, JV deals or networking and stuff, I want to talk a little bit about that. But man, I appreciate you coming on, Luigi.
Hey, no, man. Thank you for bringing me on here. I've been waiting.
Yeah, I know. We've been talking about this for a minute.
Yeah.
But he did bring me on one of his events. I did speak, and it was a lot of fun. And so I'm like, man, once I get the studio again, we're gonna go ham.
Chop it up.
Yeah, bro. So, dude, I want I know a lot of people know who you are, and a lot of people maybe just new to you. But I kind of want to start from the beginning. If we were to meet in high school, if we would have met in high school, freshman year, sophomore, junior, whatever, who was Luigi back in high school? Like, what was your personality like? Who was Luigi?
Man, always outgoing, always motivated, just a positive, outgoing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm super outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did you have like were you a good student? Did you have good grades?
Oh, no, man. No, my senior year, I think I went to like 20 days out of the senior. I don't even know. I was always in CSI.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about CSI.
CSI is like an indoor suspension.
Indoor suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My senior year, it was bad.
Yeah.
But they let me graduate. I graduated, and yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So basically, and the reason I asked that question is because, some of the listeners here are either in high school or maybe they just graduated, kind of like younger generation. And, some people like they kind of lose hope when they didn't do good in high school. They're like, man, I wasn't a good student, therefore I'm not going to be successful and things like that. And I asked that question because most of the people that come on here weren't good students in high school, which is fucking crazy to me, So you weren't so good in high school, whatever. And then coming out of high school, what was your plan? Did you have an idea of what you wanted to do with your life?
I really didn't have that much of an idea. I worked at McDonald's.
No shit.
I was making $7.25 the hour.
Damn.
That's so I started there.
What? I didn't know that about you.
$7.25 the hour, and then I had another job working at like Tommy Hilfiger. So I had like 2 jobs. No, actually 3 jobs. I had McDonald's $7.25, Tommy Hilfiger was $7.50, and then DSW was $7.50. All to get out of my mom's house, and yeah, so it was brutal.
So you're leaving high school, and basically you didn't really have like a clear direction. You're just like, let me get a bunch of jobs, let me make some money, let me get out of my mom's house. Yeah,
so I went to Miami-Dade. My mom, as soon as I graduated, she dropped me off at Miami-Dade. She's like, sign up. Like, she just dropped me there. I had no idea, no clue what I was doing. I was like, okay, but who's going to pay for this? Like, what do I do? And I just ended up finding, I guess, my ex-girlfriend at the time. She grabbed my hand, and she's like, I'm going to sign you up. You're signing for all these classes. I got you financial aid.
Wow.
You're good. And, I finished my AA there, Miami-Dade, while working, 2-3 jobs.
Wow. Shit. So you went to college basically because your mom told you, and then your girlfriend at the time was like, she helped you figure all that shit out.
100%.
Which is not easy, by the way. I did Miami-Dade too, and all the paperwork, and this is kind of fucking confusing. But anyway, so you did that, you got your AA, and while you're going to school, while you're doing all this, did you have an idea like, all right, I'm going to get into real estate?
No,
or did you?
It happened because I just didn't want to pay for rent. Rent was so expensive. I was like, wow, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, and all this is going towards my rent. This is crazy,
Yeah.
So
you're like, I want to flip the switch. I don't want to be the tenant. I want to be the landlord.
Yeah, I want to flip the switch. And so basically I walked up to Wells Fargo and Chase, and actually they laughed at my face, man.
No.
Yeah, man.
What did you ask them?
And I was like, hey, I was all shy. I'm making $24,000 a year. What do I have to do to buy a house? What do I have to get approved? And the banker literally told me, you're never gonna buy a house. Like literally, like I left there like bawling. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. Yeah, it was bad.
Damn,
So
find that guy,
no, but it all goes back to never giving up, and I didn't give up. I was like, all right, cool. Wells Fargo, Chase, they denied me basically, and I ended up getting another side gig, which was car accident referrals. And in the meeting, in the huddle, in the Monday morning huddle that they had, they were like, hey, why are you here? And I'm like, well, I'm here because I want to buy a house. And I'm here because I have a dream to buy a house, and this is going to be the extra side income that's going to allow me to save, because my first, second, and third job were all going to my rent. So I had to hustle. I had to get a side gig, and that car accident referral at the time, 305 no fault, it allowed me to get that extra income. And that somebody heard me when I said that. Somebody heard me, and they tapped my shoulder. They're like, I'm gonna get you approved. So it's all about speaking it into existence. And so that broker, it was actually another mortgage broker that actually was there as well, but he also does mortgages.
Okay.
And so he tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, I'm gonna get you approved. And after 60 offers later, like he ended up getting me a pre-approval. And he's like, here you go. I got you the pre-approval. And it was $107,000. FHA. FHA. So,
and what year was this?
This was 2014, 2015.
Okay, so prices were lower, so that was like somewhat in the realm, but it was still not easy.
But that's when I found out about, I guess, wholesalers, because after doing 60 offers and being denied 60 times to cash offers, I fired my realtor. I was like, you cannot help me. Every time I would submit an offer, I would get denied for a cash offer, because who's going to accept a financing contingent offer with inspections? Like nobody, like my offer was laughable, man, laughable. But I didn't give up again. I knock on wood, I didn't give up. And I was like, you know what? All right, screw my realtor. I'm going to go to Craigslist. Like, I'm going to find out, so I signed up for a lot of these wholesalers. I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it the fuck out. So I go on Craigslist and I go to for sale by owner, and I'm looking at the list while I'm working. Working on the list, and I found this house for sale. It was for sale for $65,000, and I'm like, wow, you know what? This might be the house. I have a pre-approval for 106. This is only 65K.
Let's go.
Hey, it's better than renting, right? So I ended up landing in Liberty City.
Wow.
So yeah, I ended up landing in Liberty City.
So you bought that house?
No. So check it out.
Okay.
So
You went to
go
look
there,
at it.
but bro, it was like a frame house, and I was like, man, I don't feel comfortable here. I'm gonna probably get robbed. And then I called the guy. I was like, man, I'm not sold. And then I call him. Do you have anything else? He's like, look, I have this house, but it's not for sale. And I'm like, all right, cool. Give me the address. So he gives me the address. I drive by. I look. Oh shit! It has 2 meters. It's CBS. Wow. I called him. I was like, what's the unit mix? And he's like, oh, it's a 3.2 with a 1.1. I'm like, yo, I'm going to send you a contract right now. How much do you want? He's like, 115,000. I'm like, bet. I have 107,000 pre-approval. I'll figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. So, I called the realtor. I'm like, hey, look, because I fired my other one,
So you got a new one now.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I wasn't cutting it.
Yeah. So I called this realtor, family realtor, in the family. Hey, can you send me a contract? She's like, all right, cool. Just pay me my commission. So I negotiated 118,000, to cover her costs, right? She was guiding me with the contract. We got it under contract, and that was my first property, man. 118,000. And so that was my first.
And where was it again?
Property. Literally on very close to Buena Vista.
Oh, okay. Shit.
That
nice.
house today is worth $550, guys.
Damn.
$550,000. And what really sparked my holy shit was when I went to go get insurance. So I went to go get insurance, and then they told me that the insurance that I had to pay for was $220,000, and I'm fighting with the insurance. I'm like, why am I paying for additional coverage? Like, this is BS. And it was like, no, sir, this is how it is, because it's the replacement cost. You're buying a property that's worth $220, and I'm like, that was a light bulb. I was like, wow. So I'm putting only $16,000 down, but I just gained like almost $100,000 in equity. I'm like, wow, okay, I have something here, right? Like that's when the gears were churning. I'm like, wow, I really have something here. So all right, cool. This seems nice. So I moved in, and I started house hacking. You know, I rented the 3-2 for, I think it was like $1,500 at the time. My mortgage was $965.
Wow.
So I was already up $500 in cash flow every month. You know what I mean? So from 8 years, I, just been house hacking, and
Epic,
that's my first property.
Damn, that's wild, bro. So coming from that, you're working 3 jobs, and then you figure out you go to get a side hustle, then a mortgage broker's here, you're telling people your goals, and I mean, there's a lot to unpack. That shit was incredible, and 50, 60 offers getting rejected. Bro,
that was heartbreaking.
That shit hurts, bro.
Hurts,
now
man.
that you're in the business and we're in the business, it's like second nature. All right, yeah, 50 offers per deal, whatever it is. Like, but for someone going to buy their own house for the first time, like maybe you've been through this if you're watching this. Like, I think anyone's been through this. If you've actually like went shopping for a house with finance, you for sure has been through this. There's no chance you've gotten your first offer accepted. But anyways, that is it hurts, bro. And you kept going and kept going and kept going. What let me ask you, have you always been that you are a persistent guy?
I'm a persistent. Yeah.
And I remember when I spoke at your event, I said the story of like why I kind of like vibed with Luigi so well was on I joined his WhatsApp chat, which we'll put a link to, or I guess you tell me, we'll plug it in here. And we put a deal on there. I can't remember what it was. It was either Ocala or something. I can't remember. But we put a first deal, and then at the time I was doing the dispo for that deal because it's for a student of mine, Ben. And Ben was like, man, I really got to sell this deal. So I'm like, let me try the Luigi chat because I see a lot of movement. And Luigi's like, I have a buyer. I'm like, all right, let's make the offer. Done.
And I think it was in a few hours too.
Something. Yeah, it was fast. And then Luigi proceeded to call me 7 times in a row. I'm not kidding. It was 1, 2. And I was like busy in a meeting. I'm like, man, is this guy like passing away? And I'm having, I thought it was like some kind of emergency. And like, I call him, I call him back. I'm like, what's up? He's like, bro, where we at? Where's the contract? Where's this? Is that? I'm like, bro, give me a second. I'm in a meeting, And after that, I realized I'm like, I like this guy, bro. He doesn't give a fuck. He's going after deals because you had a client. You were bringing it to a buyer, so you were doing the best you could to get your buyer that deal. And I saw that, and I'm like, I fuck with this guy, man. That was really really cool. So we'll plug in the chat. But my question is, when you were in high, like as you were growing up, were you always persistent? Did you kind of learn to be this way? What's that driving factor for you? Because to be persistent and call somebody and to make 50, 60 offers on a house and like keep going. Like,
man, I'm just like, I don't take no, you know what I mean? It's just like, I know just sparks like, okay, you know what? Like, how can I solve this problem? Because at the end of the day, we're just problem solvers, we're just solving problems until the wire hits our bank. That's what I say. I mean, we're not realtors, we're not investors, we're just problem solvers, guys. Yeah. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's true. I like that. We're not problem solvers until the wire hits our bank. It's kind of long, but it'll be nice on a t-shirt. Not problem solving wires in the bank. Cause yeah, bro, especially in your world, I know most of your business is JV business. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is, bro, you got to be persistent as shit, man.
No, and especially there's so much competition, right? Yeah. So it's like we're like a bowl of sharks in one small bowl, you know? So it's like, what's differentiating you from the pack? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the first to market. It's the first to get the wire for like in front of the contract holder. Yeah. So speed is everything in this business. Speed is everything. So when I was hitting you up, I'm like, hey, accept my contract. My buyer's ready to wire. And I'm in your face. Yeah. And that's how you have to be, because you have to be aggressive. If you're sleeping, if you're, I don't know, man, chilling, you're not going to be closing deals, man. I mean, so it's just an aggressive, very, very aggressive market right now. Yeah. Especially in Miami.
Oh, hell yeah. And okay, so you got that first house, you're house hacking, things are going good. Now, what happens next? Like,
Okay.
do you stay working
So,
jobs? What do you
yeah,
do?
man. I was working. I think I was making like 45,000 a year, but I still wasn't reaching where I wanted to be, right? So I landed on my first probate deal. Literally, my next door neighbor, unfortunately, they're older. They ended up passing away, and I was like on top of it. I was like, I'll buy it. I'll buy it because I already knew like it was a deal. I ended up getting that house for $157,000.
Wow.
That house today is probably worth around around 500, and it makes me, my mortgage is around, man, I think it's about $1,100, 1,300 bucks, and it's a duplex as well. So it's a 2-1-1-1. I got the 2-1 rented for $2,300 now, and then the 1-1's rented for $1,000 to like a family friend. Wow. So I'm cash flowing, man. Cash is flowing. I'm yeah, man.
You're doing
good. You know.
So you landed this probate deal because it was your neighbor, and then is that what kind of sparked your interest? So like, all right, let me get more into this stuff. Or
probate. So I was exactly. So I had my 2 houses, and it was December of 2019, and it was December of 2019. I was like, man, for some reason, I mean, the rents they were never this high before, right? So my bank account, I think December 2019, I think I had like $300 in my bank account. Oh
shit!
And so I was like, damn, I gotta grind, right? I gotta do something. So I started following a bunch of wholesalers. I followed Lex Levingrad. Mm-hmm. He's my mentor now, and big props to him. I don't think I would be anywhere without his guidance.
He's amazing.
Yeah, and so I was walking my dog. It was like November. I was walking my dog. I found a probate deal. Like I found a empty lot. I'm sorry. I found an empty lot with a bunch of liens and violations. Like
by your house.
Yeah, by my house. And so I'm like, wow, that guy, that's another deal. Like I know this. And so I grabbed the violation. I took it home, and I'm calling this guy for like 3 months. Calling. I skip traced him. I found out that he was like 65. Or whatever, and he wouldn't answer. So I found his email address, and so I emailed him. I took a picture of the violation. I'm like, look, you're going to tax deed auction. You're gonna get foreclosed on. So he gives me his number. I call him up, and I think he was kind of like pissed off. He's like, what do you want? And I'm like, well, sir, I'm an investor, and I want to buy your property. And basically, he's like, oh, well, what's your offer? So the lot next door, it was sold for $40,000. So I knew I had to get it 50% ARV, right? So learning, reading books, Lex Levingrad, everybody telling me, hey, you have to be at your numbers. Right. And my number was, I had to be at 50% ARV to get the buyer. So I was like, oh, you know what, sir? I don't want to offend you. I told him like this. I was like, I don't want to offend you with my offer. And he's like, I'm a man. Give it to me straight. Like,
that was my favorite.
Yeah, I'm like, look, man, look, sir, I'm at 15, and he said, oh, give me 20, you can take it. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. He actually like accepted my offer. Oh my god. I'm like, I'm very, very excited. And so I got I got the free trial of DocuSign because I couldn't afford the full trial. Like I couldn't
the full membership. Yeah,
I couldn't, bro. DocuSign is expensive. It's like. It was like
we pay a lot.
Yeah, it's expensive. So I signed up for the free trial of DocuSign. I sent him a contract. Another wholesaler was helping me out at the time, Andres Ramirez.
Yeah,
shout out to
really
him.
good guy too. Yeah.
So I call Andres. He tells me what to do, and then I'm writing $20,000. I'm writing how much for EMD. And I look at my Wells Fargo account. It had literally $300 in the Wells Fargo account. So I'm like, oh, my chest is like pumping. I'm like, I hope this guy just has to accept my offer, So I put $100 EMD, and then 5 minutes later I get a bing, and it was signed.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my first deal.
That's always a good feeling, bro. It's like that dopamine rush of it. Like when you get a deal like that, it's like.
So I called the mayors right away, Andres, and we were able to flip that deal for $35,000.
Nice. So $15K profit.
Yeah, I gave him never split the difference, right? I gave him 5 and I got 10.
Okay.
Done. And that was my first deal.
Nice.
That was my first deal.
10 grand, a land
hooked.
deal. Just walking your fucking neighborhood,
walking
bro.
my dog. Wow, I was hooked. That was 10K changed my life.
You know what's crazy about that is so many people try to complicate it. They're like, oh, I need to get this list. I need to get this website. I gotta start here. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And bro, you just walking your dog got 2 fucking deals. You making 50, 60 offers and like it's already, you already have 3 deals and like you're barely trying. Like, well, I'm not gonna lie, you are trying. You're really out there hustling. But I mean, you got people. I remember I had, you know, and I don't mean to offend anybody. If I do, it is what it is. But I've had people come to my meet. I've been doing meetups for 3+ years. I've had people come to my meetups month after month that they've been coming to meetups for a year, 2 years, and they haven't done 1 deal. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? And here you are walking your dog. You have 3 fucking deals. Like, fucking incredible, bro. Like, there's so much persistence in that. I mean, look, you know, there's so many ways to do it, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to the person who's maybe in that position? Maybe they haven't got the first deal, or maybe they just got 1 deal, or like maybe they're really just struggling to get some more deals out here. Like they're trying, they're putting the work in. What would you say to that person? Like what's some advice you can give them after now you've been into it for a little bit?
Not to give up, man. 100%. Don't give up, because let's say you tried 99 times, but that 1 deal was that 100th try, and you just already gave up. So it's like you went so far and you already gave up, and you didn't see that door, that gold behind that next step. Because I promise you guys, it's there. Yeah, it's there. 100%.
People are doing it every day.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. So after I was in acquisitions, my ratio was 500 phone calls to 1 deal. You know what I mean? 500 to 1. And I knew if I would get on the phone, make those 500 phone calls, I would close 1 deal. And I knew that. And that was the ratio. Like it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna close a deal.
Yeah. So and then once you start learning your numbers, something clicks and you're like, okay, now this is what I gotta do. Now I gotta do more of this stuff. Nice. So you get that other deal, you make the 10K. And then what's next for you?
So I'm still not. I mean, I'm still working full time. I made those 10K. That's boom. It's in the bank, chilling, because it's additional income, right? It's surplus. It's a surplus. I'm working. I'm house hacking. So I got those 10K in the bank. I'm like, all right, look cool. Let's do another one. So I started to reaching out to realtors. Hey, do you have anything off market? Because I have the guys that would hit up that off market list. And so I got a realtor. I got like a family realtor, Heido, at the time. And he's like, yeah, I have these 2 deals. Can you send them out to your investors? I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So I got the deal. I sent that out to Andres Ramirez. And then I got on Facebook and I started putting the deal putting the deal. And some guy named Jim Van Dyke, Jimmy, JVD, man. Some guy, well, I didn't know him at the time, but he calls me. He's like, 7,500 for your $100,000 property. I didn't understand it at the time, his offer, because it was $2,500 less than I was asking. I was like, why is this guy asking like specifically $2,500 less than my asking price? And I was like, all right, cool. All right. So I sent him, he gets me the buyer, and I had it for 75. I had that deal for 75,000. So I made 25. Like he helped me make $25,000 on my second deal.
Wow,
that's it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm quitting my job. I'm done. So this random guy hits me up on Facebook. Look, I got the buyer, and he made me my first 25,000. I put $100 again in escrow. I replicated that same scenario. Put $100, and I had that property under contract for 75,000. Jimmy found the buyer for $97,500. So basically $2,500 short of $25,000.
Wow.
And I think I quit my job 6 months later, and man, the rest is history, guys. I'm telling you, man. Like it's just nice, man. I'm excited talking about it.
No, that's amazing, man. And Jim helped me a lot too. He was my first mentor. Also, I didn't have any money at the time, and my stepdad Ariel Lopez, I
bought a deal from him the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was like my 5th rental. I bought a deal. Well, through Jim, but he was his deal. Yeah. Nice guy right there in Liberty City, man. I think that house is worth $450 already.
Nice.
I bought it for $259. Equity, bro. Equity play. So
love it.
I literally grew this portfolio with $100,
starting.
And now I got like a $3 million portfolio.
Excellent, bro.
$3 million.
From
$100 to $3 million. Like, this is insane. I'm telling you.
Literally just pure hustle, bro. Like,
you're
literally just hustling, getting around the right people.
Networking, 100%. That's what it is. Now, I obviously I do the REI events, and man, I do that. Well, actually, with my partners, you know, Henry Camejo from Grand Offer and Ernesto from Oceanside Investments. Big shout out to them. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
And basically just meet more buyers and sellers, man. It's as simple. The secret sauce is networking, guys. Like it's not. You don't need a guru. You don't need to pay them $10K. Just network until you find buyers and sellers. Like it's it. That's it. Like you don't need them. You know. Yeah, I did use a mentor, but. The secret sauce is networking. Yeah. You know, you giving me that deal that we did, you know, a few deals, and I already know buyers and sellers. Just networking and connecting the dots, man. Just connect the dots.
Yeah, bro. And just not being scared to work, bro. Because, like, you got to network, not being scared to shake hands and talk to people, go up to a random person, you know, like. And I wanted to ask you that, you know, I had done some networking events when I first started, and, you know, Kiki on the River. We did one I did some in the Gables. I used to do similar things to you, and then I just stopped because it was a lot of work. Yeah. So I know how much work goes into this.
It's just so much work, man.
Which is, I like how you guys do it, because you guys have like a nice partnership. It's like a group of 3, plus you guys get sponsors and all that. I guess share with me why. You know, what was the purpose of starting that, and what keeps you going to keep doing them?
Man, honestly, we stumbled on it, right? So me and Henry went to school together right there in Doral, and I went to his office, and I'm like, we should do an event in your office, man. It just sparked. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And I think 50, 60 people showed up. Man, it was packed. Like, we could not fit any more people, right? And then Ernesto, he saw my Instagram. I was like, I do events. I can get you a venue. I'm the guy. Call me. I didn't even know the guy. I called him up. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He gets me the venue, and us 3 just have really, really good synergy. And man, the rest is history. Now we're doing one right now. July is July like 5th or 6th in the Wharf. Like we're at the Wharf now. You know what I mean? Like it's legit. Now it's not in my friend's office anymore. Like we got real venues, you know, and real speakers. We had you as a speaker, and
you know, you guys have had some great speakers. I like that you guys change it up. And then there's different types of sponsors on there. You got Ernie with his title company. You have some hard money lenders on there. So it's really good. It's a nice network if you want to get in the game, or if you just want to meet more people. I always refer them to your Instagram. I'm like, if someone's like, hey, Raul, you know, what events should I go to? I'm like, just follow Luigi's page and just go to those. So, man, that's excellent. I mean, I hear a lot of like determination, hustle. Like, have you ever had, or do you have some kind of like, maybe like a chip on your shoulder that is there a reason that you want to make money? Like, is there a reason that you're working so hard doing this? Like, there has to be some underlying thing.
I love closing deals, man. Like when I get the wire, man, it just hypes me up. It's like, you know, I mean, if I wasn't doing like any explicit drugs or whatever, but it's just like, it gives me that pump. You know, that pump, you know, and I can't explain it, man. I wake up every day like at 7. I'm like, whoa, let's close deals, you know, and man,
you're just wired to close at this point.
I love moving Miami real estate. I really have a passion for it.
And it's funny because like this show, Flipping Miami, is what it's called, and my intent of the show is to bring on people who either live here in Miami or in South Florida, or do business down here, or own real estate down here, or have some kind of connection. Maybe you move down here after doing business somewhere else, like, because this is like an incredible city for opportunities and everything. And it's cool to say that you have like all that passion for moving the real estate down here. What do you feel drives that? I know you grew up around here and everything, but what drives that passion to do this stuff? Like,
honestly, I want to increase my portfolio. I don't know if that's selfish, but every 60 grand that's in my account, I'm buying another door, right? That's how I've been able to scale. I mean, I like wholesaling, I like selling real estate, but at the end of the day, there's a back purpose to that, right? It's I'm networking with you, I'm networking with other people, but it's because you might get me a buyer, and you might be my next check, right? So it's like, okay, he's my next check. I'm closer to my next 60 grand. I'm closer to my next door. Because at the end of the day, if you're just selling, you can make $300,000 tomorrow. But if you don't close a deal in the next 6 months, I live in Miami, man, and I have a good lifestyle. Those 300 grand are gone. Poof, right? And I think you know what I mean. We live a good lifestyle, so it's that cash flow. That cash flow is the drive.
Yeah, so that's your real like purpose. Cash flow. You want to get that cash flow. You want to build up that portfolio so that
real wealth.
Yeah,
that's
real wealth.
That's what it is,
and it gets passed down to families or whoever you want to pass it down to.
Generational wealth, bro. And man, I grew a $3 million portfolio in Liberty City with my first deal $100. So when people say, "Oh, I don't have the money to get into real estate," "Oh, I don't have money," oh, brother, that's excuses, man. Those naysayers, excuses.
Yeah.
Because, brother, I started with $100 in my pocket, and yeah, man, I'm telling you, you know.
And that's why I really want to have you on, because you're just like a no excuses person. You're persistent. I love talking to people like that. You can't deposit excuses, man. And someone who started with $100 here in South Florida, getting a couple
I'll show
deals.
you the contract.
You're getting a couple deals. Now you have a nice business. You know, you help a lot of people out get deals, and you help wholesalers sell their deals. You help buyers buy new deals. So, I mean, it's really, really incredible what you do. So, let me ask you this, man. Like, you've been in the game for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
You've done a bunch of deals. What do you feel is like the biggest mistake real estate investors are making?
Not buying enough real estate. Not buying enough real estate. I talk to people and they're like 10 years in the game, 15 years in the game, 20 years in the game, and they haven't bought anything. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, because I mean, so I get it. So I was a landlord first, and then a real estate investor, wholesaler second. So I came from a landlord mentality. The only reason I wholesale is to buy more doors, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so when I see, you know, maybe people that close more deals with me than me, or have been in the game for longer, because I really respect that. Like, I'll look at you and I'm like, wow, man, this guy has 10 years in the game. Let me call him.
Yeah.
Let me follow his Instagram. Let me see what he does. Let me take notes. And I take mental notes. And I'm like, wow, like, I want to be like him. Or then when I see like another person where it's like, yeah, I've been 15 years in the game and I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah. Money comes and goes, bro. Money comes and goes. You gotta, I agree with that a lot. And I've met a lot of wholesalers like that. And forget about wholesaling, just people in general that are in real estate. And it's like, you do all this stuff, you don't buy or keep any good assets. It's like, man, especially if you're wholesaling, you get access to all these good deals. Fuck, just buy one of them, two. I don't know, three. Like, just get in the game.
Exactly.
Actually, we were just talking before when I sold my 10 rentals in Miami Gardens, and I was like, fuck. Now I have a bunch more. But
yeah, you're good.
But it was painful, and
I think you're like 3x me, no? Huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
But you've made a lot of ground, bro, in fast. Like, that's very impressive, and you stayed in this market, which is not easy.
Yeah.
And you've been able to do it with co-wholesaling, which is not ezy.
I've said 90% of my business is co-wholesaling. I pay $0 in marketing, guys. And my profit margins are insane, dude.
Yeah. Actually, can you explain a little bit of like what JVing or co-wholesaling is to someone who might be new to that?
Yeah, JVing, joint venture. It's you have a deal, right? You did your research, your due diligence. You got that baby, right? You got that deal
under contract.
You have it under contract, but maybe you might not have any buyers, right? Yeah. And I have the buyer. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? I'm that guy. I have off-market deals. Like, my branding is so simple. I have off-market deals, right? People love simple, right? Yeah. So I simplified the game. I simplified the steps. Okay, you're looking for off-market deals? I have off-market deals.
Yeah, that's it. Done. Very simple. Yeah, I mean, it's a big service. I remember when I started with Jim, he was doing a lot of that, and I started with the MLS model.
Okay.
And then I started doing some JV stuff, and I'm like, man, this JV stuff is tough, bro. Like, I always respect. I remember, you know Michelle Murray? Right?
Yeah. No, I closed $1 million deal with her. Actually, I did.
Yeah.
I think it was like one of our first $1 million assignment. We assigned $1 million contract.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. I wish I would have kept it, but man, shout out to my buyer, 7 Crowns.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I also work for a hedge fund.
Getting deals. I love it, man.
Yeah, man.
I remember Michelle Murray. Stellar Properties was her name at the time, and I respect her so much. She's great, and we started around the same time. And I remember she JV'd a bunch of my deals, and I'm like, "How are you doing this?" And then so I started trying to do it. And I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm not built for this shit."
It's hard.
It's not easy, but it can be done, and you can make so much money. It doesn't cost any marketing. You can have a 1 or 2 man show with an assistant, and you can make tons and tons of money. So I absolutely think if you guys are thinking of doing that, maybe you're doing it right now, follow Luigi on his page, because
join the chat, man. Join the chat. It's a small ticket item, and make some money, guys.
Yeah.
Let's JV. Let's make some money together.
Yeah.
Let's break bread.
Let's do it. So, and kind of like moving a little bit forward here, what's next for you, man? Like, what are you looking forward to? What excites you nowadays? Like, I know buying rentals excites you, which is a very exciting thing.
So I'm 31 now, and my goal is just to buy 2 doors for the next 9 years, and that's it. Retire. I'm out of the game. Like it's a pretty simple method. You know, I have 6 properties now. I already did my checklist. I bought one in March from your guy.
From Ariel.
I bought one from Ariel, and I just closed on one. Was it last week? So I already, it's halfway into the year. I already bought my two properties. I can literally chill and coast because at every first of the month, I'm like at 7K cash flow.
Nice.
I'm good. Like it's already to a point where it's already surpassed my income. Not just like my income.
Yeah,
I'm
like
chilling.
your regular stuff.
Yeah. So
I love it.
I just growing that cash flow to where I'm 10, 20, 30. 50K in cash flow a month, and I can go, hey, I can fire myself. Hey, I'll hire somebody to do my job, and that's it, and coast.
Right.
So that's my projection in life.
Nice. I love it. So basically stay the course, man. Stay the course. You're disciplined. You're buying 2 properties every single year, and you have that game plan really clear and ironed out. You know what I like about what you've said is that you've said it a few times, the word simple, and we talked about it like. So many people just complicate this shit, and it's very easy to complicate it. You're like, it's simple. I just want to buy 2 houses a year for the next 9 years, and I'm gonna retire, and that's it. Hey, what do you do, Luigi? Simple. I have off-market deals.
That's it.
It's
simple. So simple.
And bro, it's worked out for you. And I truly think that in this world that we're currently in, there's so much like weird education and weird information out there, or
weird
like
gurus.
Do
like,
this,
oh my god!
I found this hack that you
pay for my course.
I found this hack that you get an AI that it sends a message to you, and then you automate it with Zapier, and then it'll send you a text after you do a backflip from a cliff, and then you can buy 3 houses. Like that's so fucking complicated, and you're like, dude, it's simple. I just network. I do deals. It's on the chat. I buy 2 houses a year. Done. There's so much bliss in that, bro. That's so good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Dude, and basically, like last question or two before we wrap it up. What's kind of like what's a lesson that's taking you the longest to learn?
Man. Well, right now, my tip of the day is success loves speed, right? Because it's the first to market, especially in my field, right? So when a property gets out and there's a ton of buyers, right? There's a ton of wholesalers, right? So there's probably like 100 wholesalers and there's 5 real buyers. So it's the first to market to your buyer. First to market. So I don't know. Success loves speed.
Success of speed.
Yeah,
so basically, like whatever industry you're in, or whether you're in real estate, if there's a deal, if there's something, you got to be quick.
You got to answer your phone. You got to be available. Man, I know some people in the game, they don't never answer their phone. They're never available. I'm like, how do you close deals, guys? Like how are you still in business? Like you never answer your phone. Like how are you still in business? You know? I answer my phone. I'm always available. You can catch me on Instagram. I write back to DMs. I'm just available, guys. Like hit me up. Buy a deal for me.
Yeah, I like that. Like whether you're new or advanced, I truly believe that you got to be, you got to be on it. You got to be on it. And especially when it comes to like architects, engineers, attorneys, I'm like, bro, how do these people make so much money? They don't fucking answer their email. It bothers me so much to like, you don't understand.
Especially realtors on the MLS. Like they don't never answer. Like
that was one of the reasons I stopped MLS. I'm like, bro, this is so frustrating.
I can't do MLS, bro. I don't know how you do it.
I don't do it anymore.
You don't? No, because they never answer.
No,
they never answer. And it's crazy. How are you guys in business?
After 2018, when the hedge funds really, when inventory dried up on that market, I was used to doing MLS in 2013, 2014. There was thousands of listings at a given time. Now there's like 300, right? And then I'm like, bro, I'm done with this shit. When things got dried up and agents got annoying, all they want, I was just like, I'm done with these problems. I want to go off market. So like I relate to you in the off market stuff. Like
off market's hot, baby.
Yeah, bro. I want to go off market. I want bigger spreads. I want bigger opportunities. I want to control this shit. I don't want agents and brokers calling me 16 times about their fucking, I'm just done with that. So nothing bad about MLS. It made me a lot of money, and people that do it make a lot of money with it. So nothing bad. This is just opinion on this. But so you learn these lessons, you're doing these deals, you got your simple plan. When's your next event, by the way?
So my next event is actually in July, the first Thursday in July.
Okay.
And we're having it at the Wharf, guys. RSVP is in my bio. It's REI Events Official at IG or Off Market Deals Miami. I always have my link there. You're free to join, sign up for the event. Make sure you guys are there and take some pictures with me.
Yeah, dude. Go out there.
For the gram.
You guys always have a nice layout with camera people and lights and stuff. So it's always a cool event. There's always really good people that go, honestly. Like even my team, I tell every time you have an event, I post it on our team chat.
Oh, nice.
I always have people from our team go. And
I always say, "What's up, yo? What's up?"
Yeah. Luigi's super cool at the events. You always have good speakers and stuff. Definitely go to that. Dude, it's been awesome speaking to you, man. You're just like a force of nature, bro. Like, this guy has so much energy. He walks in, he's smiling, his teeth are perfect. I don't know if I can get this. It's just incredible. Like, you know, the reason I really wanted to have you on, I said it a few times, is like, you're just a very persistent guy. You don't give any excuses. And if you're watching this, maybe you're doing well in life, or maybe you're a little stuck. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, there's something that you can get out of this guy, whether it's you follow him, whether it's you re-listen to this, whether it's you just, you know, kind of take some of the nuggets he said. Like, man, you could go out there and just JV some deals. You could partner with people. You could start with $100 and end with
$3
million like multiple $1 million portfolio.
I tell people every day, like,
it's fucking crazy, bro.
I started with $100, guys.
What do people like? What do you say to people when they start giving you excuse? Like, when you meet people in the events, like when they give you like, what do you say to them now? I'm just curious.
Like, the noise, right? I shut away from the noise, because that's all noise, man. I have tunnel vision. I'm there for a purpose. I network for a purpose. I am there to meet a buyer. If I have a land deal that month, I'm there to meet the land buyer. If I have a multifamily deal, I'm there to network, meet that multifamily land buyer or multifamily deal, and network, you know? So just stay away from the noise, because it's all noise, guys. It's all noise at the end of the day. And when you have a purpose, just stick to that purpose.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's it.
That's drive right
Fuck the noise.
That's it, bro. Because there's you know, when you're trying to go faster than everybody else, when you're trying to achieve goals that not everyone achieves, because what you've achieved is 1%, right? And what you're trying to get at is 1% of 1%. Naturally, there's going to be friction, you know? And the friction is the haters, or friction is people talking to you and say, bro, you can't really do that. No, you can't. What the fuck? But how'd you do that? But like, nah, isn't that a scam or some shit? Like, that is the noise. And there's going to be friction always. And you just got to ignore that shit, bro. So I really like that advice you give, man. So, man, thanks again for coming on, bro. You guys have to follow this guy. If you're in Miami, if you're in South Florida, even if you're in Central Florida, North Florida, it doesn't fucking matter where you are. Come out and check out one of his events. Fly down here, pay the ticket. Doesn't matter. Actually, it's free to go to the events.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. Just RSVP.
Yeah.
RSVP
on the Eventbrite or all that. You can get the links on his bio. And, you know, if you're down here, check him out. Talk to him. Any last bits of advice for anybody else before we log off here?
Let's see.
No, you've said a lot already.
Yeah, a lot of nuggets, man. Just don't give up, man. I mean, come on. You know, the opportunities are everywhere. Actually, and they're happening right here, right now. The REI events. You guys need to go, man. I'm telling you,
marketing.
That's where all the buyers and sellers are. That's where all the buyers and sellers are. So if you're not there, you're not really closing deals in Miami, like 100%. Like, all the closers are there. I guarantee you. The closers are going to be there.
It's true. Whether you want to do deals or even if you want to find a job and stuff, because I go out there, there's other business owners that go out there, and I'm always looking for people to hire. Like, so just legit. I can't say enough good things about Luigi and the events and everything. So, dude, I appreciate you coming on. It's so awesome to talk to you, learn about your success. I know also, I don't know if you wanted to announce, but you're having a kid.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow's the gender reveal, man. Oh, yeah, man. So I'm 31 and it's time. It's my first one, and hopefully teen boy, you know. So we'll find out next episode.
Having a baby. Let's do one. So let's follow up in we'll probably follow up in like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah,
and I want to see.
And I'll let you know what it was.
Yeah,
but teen boy. Hopefully it was a boy, guys. I don't know.
And I want to see how your mind changes once you start getting closer to the kid thing. I don't have any kids, but I'm curious to see how that works. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You have a huge bright future. You don't have to hear it from me, but you know, it's incredible what you've done. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Check out the show, Flipping Miami, the YouTube channel, everywhere on socials, Raul Balufe. Peace.
All right, guys, remember to follow me at Off Market Deals Miami and REI Events, guys. Also, we're now offering funding for all your deals. It's off market funding, guys. Get the deals and get funded. 100%, guys. Follow me. Thank you.
Let's go. I love it, bro.
Got a shot.